is the lights going this way are sequenced the same. The red lights stop at the same time, and then the turning signals go at the same time. So the sequence is, if this light is red, I'm telling you, this is fact. If the light going this way is red, the light coming this way is red. And at that moment, the only light that will be green is the turning lane that way.
But he wasn't facing me. He was perpendicular to me. So he was on Pennsylvania.
I got you.
And I was coming down Atlantic.
I got you.
Okay, so here's
I'm gonna tell you what he's gonna say.
So now what happens is
I'm gonna tell you what he's gonna say. If the light going my way is green, yours can't be green. I'm telling you.
My issue too was this dude writes steady red.
Because if his light is green, yours is a steady red.
Nobody's going to run a steady red light.
Steady what do people do?
Steady red means the light is not going from yellow
to red.
I
know, it's already red.
Red. That means I
blatantly
ran through the light. And here's the other thing. What I know is, if you don't get to the intersection, if you get to the intersection on a yellow light, and you get to the other side, he can never write you a ticket.
Right. So what?
If you can get to the other side of the intersection before the light turns red,
all right. So here's my
question.
You can't
write you a ticket.
What happened?
So wait, I'm gonna tell you what happened. So the judge looks at me, and she was amazed. I knew she was amazed at my explanation 3 years later. So he gets up and says the fool since you said So the judge stops and she pauses. She now goes to her computer.
You know what she's doing?
Wait a minute.
Looking at, probably pulled up the intersection and looking at the sequences of lights from each angle at the same time. So now she can see the sequence.
No. Okay.
Because they have that ability.
Okay, so now that you're telling me that, I didn't know that. However, this broad goes, Mr. Barrow, you have a very, very interesting and checkered driving record.
Oh, shit.
She said checkered.
You're known to run red lights.
So I looked at her and I said, excuse me? She said, you have quite a few infractions. I said, from when I was 18 riding a motorcycle? That was 40 years ago. You're looking at a driving abstract that tells you that when I was 19, 20 years ago, I was a reckless driver, and you're judging me on that today? Because I can defend the fact that there was no way that he could possibly know that my light was a steady red. You can't. You understand what I'm saying?
I understand what you're saying. So what did she say then?
She said guilty. Guilty.
Kirk's a habitual red light runner.
Right. Steady red. On Atlantic Avenue.
Wait, you know what she said? Wrong.
I was looking at her like, this rigged ass pizza. I was trying to act like Spain. Hey, throw the phone in. Show us.
So, but what I just explained is an actual fact. Because we sit at those intersections so much.
No, you educated me. I never knew that.
So much.
I never knew that.
We know how the lights are. We know how the lights are synced. So unless there's a malfunction in that light, which you would have to prove, and we would have to prove that it's not a malfunction.
But I know that I could have.
I learned you got to listen to them real closely. Cause a lot of times you can save yourself when they don't know. The cop I had, he didn't know direction.
Oh, there you go.
North, south, east, west.
And you know what?
Hold on. I won't even lie.
I'm gonna let you finish.
I
and
won't
then I'm
even
gonna
lie.
tell you exactly what
I
happened.
was coming down Grand. I was going to Blue Smoke. At Grand and Pacific, there's a stop sign.
Mm-hmm.
You make the right. The cop was sitting on the sidewalk going west. He was facing east, but he was on the west side.
I got you. He's by Blue Smoke.
I'm coming down. That means I'm coming down Grand and I'm going south to turn west. So I get to the light. I did exactly what he said. I slowed up. Ain't nobody out here. God. As soon as I turned, I saw where he was on the sidewalk. His lights came on. He came off the sidewalk, did the U-turn, and followed me right down. You ran that. I didn't run no damn light. I mean, no stop sign. No, I said no, I didn't. In my head, I'm like, I ran that shit, God damn. So anyway, we wound up going to court about 2 years later. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, how the hell am I gonna get out of this? And this dude said, I was sitting on the, what he said, he said, I'm trying to remember. He said I was southbound. When he said that, I said,
Southbound.
yeah, which means you was facing the same direction
And
as me.
it sounds like you were in motion.
Yeah, he said I was
And
sitting
it sounds like you was in motion.
He said southbound, and I'm like, so I'm listening to this whole thing, and in my head, I'm like, my God, you motherfucker. I said, come on, bring it on. And now, you know, you get that extra calm about you. I said. So now he's explaining this whole soliloquy, whatever. So the judge came on. The judge said, do you have anything to say? I said, yeah. I said, am I allowed to ask him questions? She said, yes, of course. I said, if I'm correct, you was sitting